All right, here we go. Welcome back, everybody, for a fresh new series spawning up at the top left. It is DRG in the blue. And his opponent spawning down on the bottom right. She is the Queen of Blades, the Shopify Rebellion, Scarlett, in the red. And this is a very important match. There are 4 slots left for IEM Katowice in this 24-player tournament, $500,000 tournament. And we are seeing who the final players to make it through are. There are 8 players in this current qualifier. It's a double elimination bracket, and top 4 make it through. So this is a huge deal for both of these players right now. Scarlett and DRG. This is the America's qualifier. Scarlett was already seeded in. DRG qualified into this closed qualifier. He qualified in through the open server qualifier. And this is a very important match. Now, as I say that, all of what is happening in this game, well, it's been standard. Hatch gas pool out of both players. No one going to do anything particularly wild. If you were going to go on it for an all-in, Site Delta probably wouldn't be the map to do it. There's a ramp at the natural. The creep in the main base is pretty close to the ramp. The creep from the natural hatchery would be close enough that you could put queens on the ramp and transfuse one another once they get full creep spread. There's just a lot of reasons not to do an all-in. Now, so far, they're both just droning up. They both take their overlord at the same time. Scarlett will see. Well, look, you got to hatch first. And look at that, DRG at the same time. It's almost like their overlords travel at the same speed. Also confirms hatch first. Oh. It's like this is some kind of mirrored matchup here. Some kind of identical similarity. DRG, not necessarily the player he once was, but he's been kind of cooking in some of the ZvZs. He was one of the only players to take a map off of Serral, or take a series off of Serral, or make Serral look mortal at the IEM World Championships last year. Now, that's a while ago, but it was a pure Roach Ravager, like, mechanical battle. And DRG did come in ahead. Oh, speaking of which, we do see Scarlett getting the snipe on her opponent's first lane. And on the other side of the map, she gets the first jump. Nice micro from Scarlett. She takes a 1-0 lead in this match that does not, quantify scores. They both, by the way, go for a big Ling Flood and late Baneling Nest. Scarlett does start up her own Bane Nest here. Oh, this is going to be quite interesting. This is a big commitment to Lings. It will be a Roach Warren coming out from DRG. Scarlett, though, she's going to get across the map a little bit quicker. And DRG will be the one playing defense, even though he's actually got 2 more Lings. Where are they? Where are the rest of the Lings for DRG? Oh, they're hiding in the natural. Or no, they're not hiding. He just doesn't have them. Oh, that's a big mistake from DRG. Now he notices. I don't know if he was trying to draw Scarlett in or what that was, but that wasn't great for DRG. Scarlett is... Okay, she is mining with 3 on gas now. I was going to say, does she want to morph in the middle of the map? That'd be a little risky. Both players are still pumping units, although Scarlett did get a big round of drones. Well, I say big round. It's like 6 drones, but that's reasonably decent. Now, oh, the Lings will... Oh, that was almost a gigantic Baneling connection. DRG really flirting with disaster, but it will be a Roach Ling Flood coming in from DRG. Scarlett. Oh, she's droning now, but she cannot be. She cannot be. Ooh, nice catch from DRG on a couple of Lings of Scarlett. Okay, Scarlett doesn't see the Roaches yet. They're hiding just out of vision. DRG still has to be careful, even with Roaches. Like, the Ling Bane of Scarlett can still beat DRG. DRG is starting to drone now. Scarlett gonna see these Roaches. And I wonder if she throws down a Spine. She has her own Roach Warren done now. No second gas, though, so she can't pump out a lot of Roaches. Literally just 1 right now. DRG? Oh, he's adding out his own Baneling Nest. This is such a weird game, how we've gotten to this state. They're on such low worker counts. But DRG will be able to build up that worker count now. Oh, Scarlett. Oh, the Baneling's just barely getting spotted by this Overlord. And she doesn't see it. Meanwhile, drone at the third base. Oh, not going to get saved. Scarlett, that is a lot of lings here. That is a lot of lings. 74 Zerglings. Holy crap, that might be enough to actually fight this. Especially if the banelings can get on top of the lings. Oh, DRG doing a good job of body blocking, but now the base get through. A huge baneling connection right there. Scarlett is on top of the roaches. They're surrounded. She might have this. All the roaches of DRG are going to fall. She's got her own singular roach here. Lings looking to get into the natural, and she is going to take game number 1. A very messy but explosive start, and Scarlett goes up 1-0. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom right for the Shopify Rebellion. She is Scarlett in the red. And her opponent spawning up at the top left. It is DRG, Dong Regu. Don't run, Grandma. It's bad for your hips. DRG, of course, mechanically, honestly, one of the better Zergs of all time. Extremely high up there, but Scarlett able to get it done. And what really seemed to get that game for Scarlett was that she droned up pretty hard at the start. It feels weird because it was only 6 drones, but it was such a high percentage of the relative economies that it feels like that's what more than anything kind of won her that game. The roaches of DRG were not able to be covered. There was no target fire on the Banes, so the Lings were not able to get in the fight, and then Scarlett got that huge Baneling connection with the attack, and DRG, his own Baneling nest was not done in time. If he had droned up earlier and had Banelings to deal with Scarlett's push, I mean, Scarlett had almost no roaches of her own. So, I mean, at that point, it's like Roach Ling Bane versus just Ling Bane plus a Roach. But very well done. Very well done by Scarlett. She takes game 1. It was weird because they both went for that Ling Flood with delayed early tech structure. And you can see that, well, it was basically the same drone count. I think Scarlett had one more drone maybe. But it was the same concept. Put all of your money into Lings, save money on the Roach Horn, save money on the Baneling Nest, and put everything into Lings from the get-go. And that's kind of how that game shook out. Scarlett, DRG making a little bit of a mistake. I'm trying to illustrate it now. It's not a huge difference, but Scarlett's queens are like 2 seconds faster. That shouldn't result in too much, but it does mean that like she's a little bit sharper maybe on, I don't know if it's the drone micro in the early game, or DRG was just a little bit late, or maybe messed up some of his Ling split or drone splits. I don't know. Well, Scarlett actually getting these down at 235. It's actually DRG who has the standard 237. So it's just Scarlett. Scarlett is actually just faster. It's not that DRG was slower than the standard. It's that Scarlett was faster than the standard. So good job right there from Scarlett. DRG this time not skipping the Baneling Nest. Scarlett, no Baneling Nest yet. Is she going to try and go for something greedy here? Nope, she will throw down the Baneling Nest. Oceanborn, even though it's not the shortest rush distance necessarily, it's a cramped feeling map from natural to natural. Like, it doesn't feel like it takes you too long to get across the map. Now, it's no Solaris. It's no, I guess if we're going back in time, Beckett Industries. Anything like that, but it is a map that is tricky. In the sense that it doesn't take long to get across the map. You can find yourself in some trouble. This time, we're not going to see a huge Ling flood. They're both just building defensive numbers of Lings, but Scarlett getting away with 2 sets of less Lings and only one Baneling Nest, only one Baneling and the later Baneling Nest. So, I mean, if DRG doesn't get something done, Scarlett's going to pull just a little bit ahead. And you can see it in the drone timing. She's kind of ebbing and flowing just slightly ahead. It's pretty much even now. And actually, DRG will pop out a couple of additional drones a little bit earlier than Scarlett. So now he's going to kind of ebb ahead. But they're both going for the double gas Roach Warren. Scarlett throwing down that third gas. DRG. Ooh, I think that was a great scout for Scarlett. Yeah, she saw the second gas. I think that's a fake layer. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that had to be. Cute move from DRG. The Evo chamber at the front. I think that might be fake too. I wonder if Scarlett reads this correctly. Nice little pullback on the drone. So far, they've both done a good job of saving drones early on. There's 11 roaches. Scarlett might have been bamboozled here. Oh, Baneling does get sniped. Scarlett. Oh, she gets trapped. But DRG, he doesn't detonate. And Scarlett now sees the roaches. She instantly fires up 2 spines and cancels the layer. I think that's the right call. She needs a ton of roaches right now. She just started up 7 more drones. This is very scary. DRG not getting the Baneling connections on those lanes does make this more complicated dealing with a counterattack than it ever should be. I think Scarlett, I mean, she's definitely in some trouble, but DRG supply blocked at 82 when he wanted to be building a ton of reinforcing lanes. Actually, not that many. He does still have a few. Spine Crawlers at the 3rd. Will they finish on up here? I think they are going to be able to do so. Lings will get on top. Scarlett, though, does have the drones ready to pull, and she will get in here. Can she defend this 1 spine? It's actually a really important structure, but it will get sniped down. Still, she's going to hold. And Scarlett, she's still 9 drones ahead. Layer starts up for DRG, and oh, I think she might be misreading the situation. She held that. She held that straight up. Okay, she does start droning now, and she does cancel the spine. Oh, wait, no, that was a 3rd spine. Okay, so I guess it just finished. Oh, looks like a Baneling did go off on something. Scarlett just now starting her layer behind this. She is still ahead, but DRG is droning very hard, and I think Scarlett is a little bit in the dark on what's going on. She's going to try and send out a Ling Scout now. DRG does still have quite a few Lings left over, and of course, Scarlett's +1 missile, not that fast. DRG's was quite quick. Scarlett will get into the main. Oh, I would love to see her check to the right side to try and get an eye on the drone count, but it looks like she wants to see if there's a Spire, and there is, but it's in the natural. That was actually a little bit dangerous from DRG where he put that, because Scarlett could have very easily run back down here and then doubled over to the right side, or even just run back down here. And that would have been a scout. But now I think I like this for DRG a lot. Oh, drones in the main base. Don't know how long those were not mining for. Maybe a little bit. Scarlett, Overlord speed. DRG, even though he was a little bit behind, Scarlett hasn't been perfectly clean with her macro and perfectly correct with her decision making, so she's not actually been able to capitalize on this infestation pit really fast. Did she scout the Spire? She did not. What does she have the read for? Oh, that's kind of nice. She finds a couple of Lings of her opponent. Overseer will get picked off before it can get the scout for DRG. DRG is a player that I think of that likes to build like 7 mutas and then transition. I'm not thinking of him as a mass muta player. I cheated a little because I looked at the gas count. Oh, very nice changeling scouts from Scarlett. Lings will get into the natural, though. This is a problem for the Queen of Blades. She's going to stack up those drones. These do not have roach speed. Hydra Den does start up, and it's actually a pretty good defense from Scarlett, but still, 3 drones, maybe more, going to fall. Oh, and a Ling in the main base did get in as well. That was a really unfortunate, unforced error right there for Scarlett. And she's actually, okay, she does actually have Overlord speed, so, well, this is where that comes in. How many roaches does DRG have? He is down 12 roaches. And Scarlett does finish up roach speed. Can she get anything done here? I think the roach numbers ever so slightly favor Scarlett, but only until this next round of reinforcement shows up. Oh, Scarlett should not be pushing through here. Those corrosive bows, one of them does land on a couple roaches, but she's got a good concave. Hang on, can she get something done? DRG went forward with the mutas, and Scarlett is building 14 more Hydras. She is overcommitting hard, though. Oh, she stayed way too long, and DRG will come out of this very far ahead. The first part of that looks pretty promising for Scarlett, but she definitely overstayed her welcome. And now DRG is in a solid position. Scarlett also did not start +2 missile. That's a big problem. And when the mutas came back home, they were able to clean up all the roaches. Yeah, now this feels like DRG's game kind of in hand. Look at the supplies right now. DRG, oh, look at that. He's on 7 gas and 71 drones. We usually don't see in ZvZ players go above 66 unless they're getting in towards Hive. But DRG saying, no, no, no. I want a little bit more. Scarlett on the left side does not see this army. And she doesn't have Hydra's speed. You can see those Hydras are very clunky. DRG doing a great job of cleaning up his opponent's vision. Singular Roach. We're going to go into the natural. That's a lot of Ravagers here. Scarlett is getting closer and closer to maxing out, but she doesn't have Hydra speed. Where are the Hydras? They are pretty far back here. Corrosive Vials will get dodged. So, but there's a lot more, and they do land on the Hydras. Now, those Hydras are still in the back line. And it's a pretty good line for Scarlett, but there's a lot of Corrosive Vials landing here. Still, can she hold? I mean, she is going to hold, but 24 roaches on the rebuild from DRG. Man, this battle report, that is a lot of dead roachy boys. Scarlett will add on how many infestors? Just one? Just one. Okay. Oh, a gas was killed during all of this. And a Hydra Den is actually going to be threatened heavily. Scarlett. Oh, fungal growth would be nice here. She only catches 2 of those roaches, and the Corrosive Vials are brilliantly placed from DRG. Real nuisance for Scarlett to deal with, and now the Hydra Den's been killed off. But what I'm more worried about is, first of all, the upgrade lead, and second of all, these Tunneling Claw roaches. They're going to be a real problem. Scarlett does clean up the last of the mutas, but honestly, DRG, oh man, look at these roaches coming on in. +1 Carapace will complete. DRG gonna maybe set up a concave against Scarlett inside her own natural. On the other side, Scarlett is trying to defend, but DRG getting some... Oh, actually, Scarlett able to dodge the Corrosive Vials. However, it is the drones that are being killed during all this that is the big problem. Scarlett, at this point... Oh, man. Oh, she does have the speed Overseers. We'll be able to take down these roaches. Ooh, all the roaches gonna go down. Okay, Scarlett's best chance right now, I think, is to just... grab everything and go. Oh, this last roach in the main base, she does not clean it up. She's going to build 11 drones once again. I mean, DRG did throw away a lot there. Like, so much. By the way, this is still showing as one battle report. If Scarlett can get up the lurkers, by the way, that would be amazing for her. But DRG starts up a Hive. Scarlett still hasn't started up the +2 missile. That is a big problem. It's a pretty big upgrade. I'm impressed that that Scarlett is still live in this game, to be honest. Oh, Roach is actually spotted in the main base of Scarlett. DRG adding on more Ravagers here. And just moving around with the Tunneling Claws roaches. Healing them up mostly to full. I like how that one roach stopped at 142 HP, but it's going to actually regenerate back up to full right now. Scarlett will find a couple of roaches trying to sneak through and actually going to get an Overlord as well. And it's a 3 for 0 plus Overlord, you know, cleanup. Oh my god, this... Okay, I was like, that Overlord has to die, right? Lurker Den and Hive on the way for both players now, but it's Scarlett who is quite behind on the Hive timing. She has finally added on the +2 missile, but DRG has that +2 versus +1 advantage. It's 2-1 versus 1-1. Scarlett, though, will find DRG wildly out of position. Oh, and once again, the roaches on the right side are going to get deflected, and Scarlett might even be able to run those down. Ooh, Fungal Growth, she's looking for the army. We'll get a huge Fungal Growth. Corrosive Vial combo is going to be pretty big. Can she land another couple of Fungals? Wait, where'd the rest of the infestors go? Oh my god, they died. Oh, they died. I didn't even notice them die. They just died so fast. Ooh, Hydra's on the 5th base are going to get taken down. DRG struggling to defend here. Despite being in a good position for a long time, Scarlett probably can just click down the hatch and get out of here. And I feel like that's what she should be doing. Meanwhile, on the right side, DRG is pushing her back. Scarlett, though, knocking out that 5th base. That's pretty nice. And with the corrosive biles being used, honestly, Scarlett's kind of handling the army. Oh, corrosive biles will get dodged. Gotta be so careful about that. Scarlett seems to be handling the army better. Well, actually, no. It's more like the army maneuvers better. Big fungal growth going to come on down. There are lurkers out now, though. A couple of units on a bad rally do go down for DRG. Both players have taken big blows in this game, but it is DRG who is way behind in resources lost. Once again, after a huge advantage, Scarlett adding on her own lurkers. They both have lurker range getting very close. DRG's will be done first, though. It is not like Enian Pulse Crystals where, you know, the game is just over if one player has it and the other doesn't. But it isn't that far off in terms of how the two interactions work. Like, the ranged lurkers can just bully the other ones. The rangeless lurkers, I should say. Adaptive Talons on the way for both players. Scarlett, oh, she might have an opening on the top side. There's 2 lurkers there, but that's not a ton. Scarlett does get the snipe on one. A little bit of a lurker ambush here from Scarlett. She is playing so well in this game, and she actually finds a huge roach counterattack. That is probably going to get run down. Oh, DRG is... Okay, Scarlett's not actually paying attention well enough. But the Spine Crawler is buying so much time. And DRG was under the impression that Scarlett was right on his booty. And he just kind of runs in and out. Scarlett will be able to now catch up as a result of it, and she's going to get some big pickoffs here, but the Nidus Worm in the main base. Does Scarlett have anything to deal with this? No. Lurkers out of a Nidus Worm can be just game-ending. And Adaptive Talons has finished up here for, well, for both players now, so very fortunate for Scarlett that she didn't lose the Lurker Den there. Oh, the Lurkers can get to the ramp. Not quite before Scarlett gets there. Big move, but here comes more and more lurkers for DRG, but they're not burrowed just yet. Scarlett will be able to get a concave as a result. She's going to try and get on top of these lurkers. She will be able to force them back. DRG was about 4 seconds away from checkmating the game, but now he's stuck away from his Nidus, doesn't click the units back inside, and Scarlett gets a huge cleanup. Meanwhile, other side of the map, we do have Scarlett moving forward. Looks like she found a queen, and the world's luckiest spine crawler that survives with 7 HP. Oh, man. 15 lurkers just went down, and Scarlett still has all of hers. She is playing so much better than DRG right now. She did lose her No, she didn't lose the lurker den. She just rebuilt it prematurely. She's actually about to take an upgrade lead as well after being behind in upgrades for so long. 3-1 is better than 2-2. And, I mean, 3-2 is obviously better than 2-2. Oh, she's even going to find these roaches on the bottom side. Meanwhile, middle of the map, big fungal growth coming on in. It's Scarlett. Oh, she's got to be careful. Corrosive Biles are huge on the Hydras on the ramp. Very scary right there, but Scarlett is still in such a good position. She's been out-trading her opponent by a lot, and now a lurker on the bottoms, or on the 4th base. She is handling this late-game ZvZ so bloody well. Massive bank for Scarlett, especially the gas bank. And DRG, he is reeling in this game right now. After having a really good position, Scarlett, oh, she might be able to zone out her opponent's 5th base, and importantly, 6 Vipers streaming in towards the front line. Grabs on the lurkers will be huge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare myself in the qualifying match. Scarlett takes down DRG in magnificent fashion. The Queen of Blades defends Canada and puts herself just one best of 5 away from qualifying for IEM Katowice. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the rest of my videos. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.